Before I get going too far here, I feel like I should give you guys a little bit of an update and an explanation of what's going on. So, let's just do a quick recap. I sold the Miata down in Texas before I moved away. Speaking of moved away, I quit my job in Texas. I moved back up here to Illinois to help my parents with some stuff around their house and finish up the e30, which has been kind of stagnant for a while because I've been in different states working and I haven't had a place to keep it. The e36 that you guys are seeing in this video, I actually bought from a coworker at my last job. So I'm cleaning that up, getting that up for sale, gonna sell that. I'm gonna finish up the e30, get a cage in it, get the exhaust done, all that. That'll be videos to come over there. So that's pretty much a quick recap. Sold the Miata, quit my job, moved back up to Illinois, and that's really about it. Not quite sure what I'm gonna do just yet, but we'll see what happens. So, looks like my battery's dying. I better go put a new one in it. So, if you guys go, that explains all the stuff there. Oh, the puppy. Named the puppy. Puppy's name is Nala, like from The Lion King. And I think that's it. She's been doing really well, so I've been really happy with how that's going. She's been easy to train. So there you go. What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a good day. My day's going good so far. But we're gonna do a few things to the car today. I got a measure for some hub rings. I'm gonna try and clean up the wiring. I think before we clean up the wiring, I'm gonna try a different module and the ECU, well, curve, I guess. That's what they call them. Try a different curve. I got like, I think like five or six of them came with the kit. I got them back here somewhere. Yeah. So, the one that is in it right now, I got them. Where am I gonna put this? Let's see. Okay. So right now, yeah. Right now I got curve 1 in it, which starts us out at, I don't know if you guys can see that, 12 degrees, 35 degrees. I'm gonna try putting curve 5 in it. We're gonna start at 15, or maybe curve 4. We're gonna start at 15 and go to 28. We're gonna try that one. We're gonna try curve 4 today. See if how that changes how the car runs a little bit. And so first things first, we're gonna measure the hub rings. I'm gonna have to do some converting because I don't have anything that reads metric. Get some of these tools put away here. Okay, so get this out. Piece of paper and Sharpie. Okay, so we're gonna measure the hub first and see what our hub is. So we got pretty much 225, so I guess we got millimeters up there, right? So that's 57 millimeters. Okay, so just for kicks we're gonna do okay. So that's that. Now I gotta pull one of these rims out here. Now, measure this, which I'm not even gonna be able to, son of a bitch. I'm not even gonna be able to measure that. At least not with this thing. Alright. Let's try. Ow. Measure it with this. So we'll put 1, 5. So it's roughly 2 3/4. Alright. So come over here and we'll do some fancy converting on the old phone. .25 57.1 and 2.750 done. Okay, so that's going to give us our measurements, our dimensions for our hub rings that we're going to need to be able to run these rims on the hub centric shit, which hopefully, I don't know, we'll see how all that works. It might not work that well because I have to get wheel spacers to run these rims on this car, which I'll put this up here. Oh, I think they're freaking heavy. Big ass wheels. Put this guy out of the way. Those things are freaking way too heavy. Probably gonna have to switch those out at some point, but I got them real cheap. And they don't look terrible on the car, so they're gonna be good for right now. So next, I suppose we'll just go ahead and grab this other tiny. I'm looking to put the throttle cable on too. So we want curve number 4. Curve number 4 is right there. Boom. Curve 4. So we're gonna pull this guy out, put him up there. This one in here. I don't know if it matters which way they go. Don't know. Alright, so now we're gonna hook the battery back up and start it, see if it runs any different. I don't know if it will, may run the same. But we'll hook the battery up right quick and then come back and fire it up. Okay, so I got curve 4 in and put my earmuffs on because this thing's freaking loud. So I'm gonna fire it up and see if that changes the way it runs. All right, so not sure how much of a difference that really made at idle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put the regular one back in that I had in to begin with. Just curve one, and I suppose once we get the exhaust and get the car actually on the road, we'll play around with different modules. Ooh, really dark in here. So we'll wait on switching those around. Get this thing back in the bag. Tuck it away nice and safe up there. And probably, well, I need to pull the spark plugs at some point too and look at the spark plugs. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery and start on cleaning up all the wiring. All right, so I got the wiring all cleaned up for the most part. I got a few wires down here that I need to make a little bit longer so I can run them up along this and over. But looks a lot better than it did. It's not such a mess in here. I kind of just, they're pretty long. Instead of remaking them all, I just kind of tied them up in case I ever had to pull it back out. That way I can just cut some zip ties and pull it all apart. And still have plenty of wire to work with. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with my window switches. I don't have the center console, I believe. I still have the center console. I can put it in. I don't know if it's gonna clear with this. I gotta weld up, make a plate to weld that up. Once the welder comes in, I might just cut this whole freaking tunnel out and just make a new tunnel. Haven't quite decided that just yet. First things first is just to get it on the road and drive it a little bit, and then maybe I'll think about making a tunnel. I'm probably gonna end up relocating this up here further once I make a plate to go here. So that's where we're at with that. I gotta mount these blocks, which I don't have any hardware to mount them right now. I have to go get some hardware. So for right now, we're gonna call it good on the wiring. And we're probably gonna come up and there. We're gonna look into putting the throttle linkage on the carburetor, and we're probably gonna pull the spark plugs, but we'll get to that here in a minute. So I think that's where we're at for right now. So we'll come back and I could rivet those blocks on. I got some rivets. Maybe we'll rivet those blocks on. I don't know just yet. But yeah, check the spark plugs, look into running the throttle linkage. I got a throttle cable and bracket and all that. Just got to run it and get it made. So, and figure out how I'm gonna attach it to the gas pedal. So there we go. That's the wiring. And moving forward. All right. So I didn't bring you guys along, but I got the throttle linkage all mocked up here. It goes through the firewall down here. It's not really set. I'm gonna have to make a bracket for it to sit on. And probably make that hole a little bit bigger down here. But we're gonna go ahead and pull one of these spark plugs so we can see what we're dealing with here. See where I can put you guys. You can see what we're doing. Alright. That'll work. So, oh yeah, there. Ooh. Yep. Looks like we're running a little rich. Smells like fuel. Well, looks like we'll have to tune the carburetor a little bit. This guy put back in. And once we get the exhaust on, we'll tune the carburetor. Probably have to change the jets, put a little bit smaller jets in it or something. So that is it for today. Got the wiring cleaned up. Tried that other module out, which I don't really know how I feel about changing those modules out. We got the throttle cable mocked up, and I just got to do a few modifications and make a bracket for it. And we checked the spark plugs and found out we're running a little rich, and we'll probably have to tune the carburetor once we get the exhaust put on. Hopefully the welder will be here late this week and we can get the exhaust put on. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe down below here, and we will see you in the next one.